Hello, traders, and welcome to the Friday wrap-up. It is Friday, July 31st, 2015. Traders coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Well, it looks like overcast skies today, but I think the sun's going to come out this afternoon. And the beaches are looking absolutely beautiful today, and nice flat waters. Well, it is actually Saturday morning for me, traders. It's quite early. It's 7:15 in the morning for me. But it's great to be with you. Remember, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, got a lot to talk about. Got about 15 daily charts, and what we're looking at in this series is price action and what we can expect to see in the week to come. All right, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Friday opening previews, the Friday wrap-up, and also the market opening preview series. Every single trading day, we do Monday through Friday, the market opening preview series. And then, of course, on Friday after the New York close, we do the Friday wrap-up. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. 9 days later, I came to Thailand, and well, it's 2015, traders, and I'm still here. Absolutely loving my retirement in Asia, and I think I work harder now trading Forex than I was doing when I was working on the fire department. Other than I was in a lot better shape. Now I sit at a desk all day instead of actually physical labor. But it's having a great time. Traders, I do trade the markets every day. I trade Asia, London, and the first 3 hours of New York. So I do have a full trading day. And no, I do get breaks. I get a couple hours here and there and go do whatever I have to do. I still have to do the manly thing, like the shopping and, drink a cold one once in a while. And it is Saturday, early in the morning for me, so I'm trying to get this done so I can enjoy the rest of the weekend. That's just traders. When I trade, I'm looking for opportunities and probabilities, so the trade will be successful on my side. And that's all we can do. We can't predict price. We can't predict anything that the market's going to do. All we can do is make an analysis, make a trade plan, and trade your plan. Yesterday we had this data come out. What was it? Price index came out in the New York session. It was a horrible number. It was 0.2, and they were expecting 0.6, and the markets just blew up on that. And that is all because people are expecting the Fed to raise interest rates, of course, before December. I'll get to that in commentary. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way. Remember that Forex trading has a large potential risk, but also a large potential of rewards. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. So important. Always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. In other words, don't be trading. If your system doesn't work, doesn't mean the system's bad. It means it might just need some tweaking. Let's head over to the commentary. Like I was mentioning, this data came out yesterday in the New York session, which was a low impact data, and the markets just grabbed onto it and ran. I think there were like 80 pip moves there on the euro dollar and the Aussie and stuff, and it just ran away. It just took off, and that was during London lunch. And it was just about an hour before New York opened, and it just absolutely just took off and just turned all these trades around. And again, normally this is a low to medium impact news event. I never even heard of it or paid attention to it until yesterday, and the markets just grabbed it, and that's because the Fed is watching that number very closely as they prepare to raise interest rates in the United States. It's going to happen. I still think it's going to happen in September and December. I think they're going to both do it 2 times before the end of the year. That's my personal opinion. If they don't do it in December, I'd be shocked. But that means they're definitely going to do it in December because Fed Chairwoman Auntie Yellen, yes, Janet Yellen, said they are going to raise rates by the end of the year. We had a great trading week. A lot of pips were moved this week. A lot of our trade plans worked, and we're looking for that for next week. And even though it's summertime, it is slow. Volatility's down, but I'll tell you what, some of these pairs are moving some pips. So we're just going to move with them and hopefully make some profits. All right, so the objects for today's plan is we are going to look at all daily charts. I was going to talk about indices, and just to give you an idea that the US 30 closed at negative 0.31%, the S&P 500 closed negative 0.22%, the Nasdaq closed barely at 0.01%. The small cap 200 out of New York closed positive 0.58%. And if you move on over to London, the DAX was up 0.46%. The FTSE 100 was also up 0.41%. And the CAC 40 was up 0.72%. And the Euro Stoxx 50 was up 0.47%. So that gives you an idea what happened with the indices at the close of the New York session. So these are daily charts, meaning every single candle on the chart is 1 day. So let's hit it. Okay, here's a euro dollar. If you look at this spatially, this is bearish. Bearish, 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 bearish. Look at that wick. So that's the news, came all the way up and then came all the way back down again, and basically is in the same spot it was the day before. So it was kind of pretty funny. Everybody was freaking out with this large boom to the upside, and it looks like we gained dollar strength again, which is good. And I do trade another instrument in the New York session, so I haven't looked at it yet as well. It's options, and I have an option that retired today. It expires, right? There's two things about options: one, they fluctuate in price, and two, they all expire worthless. So I've got an option in Twitter, and it worked fine for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, and then this news came out, and I was not looking too good when I went to sleep last night about 11. So hopefully in the middle of the night something happened, and we'll make a little bit of profit. We're not going to make much, probably about $25 if I get lucky after fees. But it's okay. A win's a win, but we'll see what happens. I'll have to check that out later in the day, because options actually close on a Saturday. I know that has nothing to do with Forex, but just so you know, I don't only trade Forex. 90% of my trading is Forex, but I do trade options. So, all right, let's take a look at the USD Swissy. Kind of surprising, to be honest with you. I thought the Swissy would give us more movement this week, and it's really just hugged that now it's a support line, but was a resistance line. And these are daily candles, so there's pips there. There are pips there, but it's been up and down and all around, and you could see where it popped up with that data and then came back down again. So, we'll see, and then it popped back up again. Of course, you can see that big wick. That big wick tells me in price action. If you look at this chart, not as a daily chart, but just as a regular chart, and you look at this, if you look at this as from a price action view, this is, that big wick tells me come Monday, well, the next Asia session, Asia's going to respond to this data that has come out, as because their markets were closed, as London and New York were still open. All right, let's take a look at our good old friend, the pound dollar. Pretty, if I can say, pretty nasty, just sideways price action, nothing going on here. It's really been ugly charts. It's up one day, it's down one day, it's up one day. I have to tell you, when it trends, it does great. I don't know what's going on with the pound dollar. I'm not quite sure whether it's the dollar or it's the pound. I think it's the pound. I think the pound is strong, and it's just fighting the dollar, which is also strong. So you get that magnet effect, and we're getting this cross-play price action here where it's just in a range because we have strong against strong, and that's what I think, and we'll see that as we move along. Let's take a look at a dollar-yen pair. Like I say every week, if you do not have a dollar chart or a dollar index chart on your platform, always use the dollar yen. It'll give you an idea what the dollar is doing, and the dollar is maintaining, but it's not obtaining. So the dollar is remaining strong and had some down days last week, and but the dollar is still strong, and you just have to realize what you're looking at. You got to look at this spatially. You got to pull your head back and look at it. And it's in a sideways price action. It's not doing much of anything. Again, these are daily candles, so there's quite a lot of pips there. Say, look at the euro yen. I really enjoy trading this, but this week, this little bad boy has been all over the place. It's really responded to that data. Look at that spike. But however, if you look at this from spatial intelligence, this pair is bearish. The euro yen is bearish, 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 bearish. So coming to the next week, I'm looking to sell this. It's right at the 200. It's below the 200 exponential moving average, which is absolutely wonderful for us. And we want it that way. So yeah, especially this is a bearish pair. All right, let's take a look at the beast. This is the pound yen. Bullish, 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 bullish. We've had 4 up days. We closed yesterday with a doji, and again, I'm pretty sure it has to do with that data. But I would only be looking to sell this. The only thing I'd be concerned about is we're coming up to a pretty significant resistance area. So I would watch that if you're getting up into that level, that you're probably going to get a bounce there, and it's going to bounce back and then hopefully break through it and continue to the next resistance level. Because that's not the high, right, of the chart, right? It's not the high. That yellow line is really the high, and that's where we want to head to. So if I was trading the dollar yen, I would definitely go into that. My advice is if you're a new trader and you've only got like 2 or 3 months of trading, please do not trade the pound yen. They call it the beast for a reason. It's a very complicated pair to trade. You have to give it a lot of room. It's got its own personality, and you just have to really be with it. I've been beaten up. I've been trading from 2006, and I've been beaten up by this pound. This pound's gotten a lot of my money, but I finally woke up and saw the game, and just really at least have 6 months, and then I would probably trade it with like one mini lot or a micro lot for the first month until you really understand the pound yen. All right, another pair that is on one of my 8. I look at 8 charts during the day, and this is the euro yen, and this is bearish. Here we go. We got we got a week against week. So again, this is another magnet thing, and we're in this nasty price action. So look at this. I mean, this chart is really ugly, 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 ugly. Like, what are you going to do with this? It hasn't come all the way down to support yet. It hasn't taken out any highs yet, and we closed Friday with a doji. So, what am I going to do with this Aussie yen? Absolutely nothing. I'm going to probably wait at least till Tuesday or Wednesday before I would consider doing something there. It's got to show me some kind of a move here, which way it wants to go. And again, we've got week against week, and it's just sideways. All right, let's look at the Aussie dollar. This is just bearish. Traders, this is the easiest chart I got for you today. This is absolutely just bearish. All you want to do with the Aussie dollar is sell it. Anybody wanting to buy the Aussie dollar, you need better medication. Okay? This is bearish. It's been bearish for a year and a half now. Why change now? Just is bearish. Just look for selling opportunities, and that's it. And as long as the dollar stays strong, and the dollar is going to stay strong for the rest of the year, the dollar is going to stay strong. Even when they, raising 25 basis points out of an economy of the U.S. is not going to affect much. It's not going to do much. So the dollar is going to remain strong. So all we want to do here is just sell the Aussie dollar. All right, here's a euro pound. I really never paid attention to the euro pound because I thought they were sort of like, they used to be, years ago, they used to be equal. What the pound did, the euro did, and now it's starting to move around a little bit. It's starting to move some nice pips. However, if you look at this chart spatially, okay, look at this chart spatially, you can see it's in a downtrend. And, I'm looking to sell the euro pound. We have plenty of room to support, which is that yellow line on the bottom of the chart. That's an EA I have. If you send me an email or stick it on the YouTube page, I'll be more than happy to send it to you. It's a very easy indicator. Put it on your charts, gives you support resistance, and that red dotted line is just a mean line. But it's really nice to have. It just points out real quick where support and resistance is, and it's a great indicator. Super, super, super indicator. All right, let's talk about my other favorite pair. You can't get no more bearish than my friend the New Zealand dollar. This thing is just absolutely just dumping like a tank, and it continues to dump like a tank. We thought with this data yesterday, that something would change. Yeah, it did. It just kept on going lower. It spiked and then it's come back down. It hasn't taken out a low yet. It's coming up to some strong support though, and you know what? Let it come up to strong support. We've seen it many, many times, and it just keeps breaking through it. There is no reason in the world to be buying the Kiwi. There's nothing in the Kiwi to buy. They've had horrible data for months over months. They lowered their interest rate. That didn't work. I mean, why would you want to buy the New Zealand dollar? No, you don't. You want to just sell this pair. You want to buy the dollar here. Look at this. I don't think maybe this next slide is probably just as bad. But this is bad. This is the biggest I've ever seen in a downslope, on a daily chart. That is just absolutely mind-boggling. How I wish I was in this like 4 months ago and just like put two lots on it and just like went away. For 6 months it came back. This thing is just pounding to the downside and will continue, in my humble personal opinion. Look at that 200 exponential moving average, the green line, straight down. All right, here's the dollar CAD. They call it the loonie. Yep, this thing has been on the move to the upside. It's at resistance, and it just continues to go. The CAD is weak. They did have some good data yesterday. They had a little bit of a reaction, but apparently late in New York, it took that away. And I'm sorry, the CAD had good data and couldn't do anything with it. And of course, the dollar pulled away, and there we go. And it hasn't taken out that wick to the left. And I'd like to see that take that wick out, but I'm absolutely bullish in the USD CAD. Why would you sell this? I mean, even if you're trading a 15-minute chart or a 5-minute chart, which I don't trade, the lowest I'll go is a 30-minute chart. And this just is absolutely, crazy. But yeah, you don't even want to be buying the dollar CAD. So let's move on to our next one. Here's another pound. Look at this. This is almost as bad as the New Zealand dollar, right? This is the pound Aussie, right? Pound is strong. The Aussie is so weak, and away she goes. What a pair to trade. This is a really nice pair right here. Again, this is another one you wish you would have got into it, 6 months ago and just turned your computer off and came back and enjoyed the profits, because this pair is just absolutely wonderful. All right, we're going to take a look at the dollar chart, and this is our last chart of our daily charts. We go through them pretty quick, because there's not a lot. We go from week to week, and these are daily charts, so there's not a lot that we can talk about. But let's take a look at the dollar chart. Now, the dollar chart ended up, believe it or not, with a green doji, which is really an accomplishment. And the reason I say that was because of this data. If you would have seen this move, you wouldn't have believed how quick and how fast this data came out. And it's a low impact data, but the Feds are watching it because of raising interest rates. And that's the only reason why the market jumped on it. And we ended up with a green doji. All right, go dollar. And so we're still seeing dollar strength. I think, come Tuesday, this will be above that resistance line, that yellow line, which it was support, now resistance. And we'll see this back to the upside. But if you take a look at this, it had two big down days, and what happens, turns around, and then the next 2 weeks we're in the up move again. So we're just moving right along here. This is probably a 50% fib if you would have fibbed that swing, and we're just going to take it back up, and let's see how it works. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me today. Well, for you it's Friday, and for me it's Saturday morning, and it's a great day to be able to on a weekend. Happy to have a weekend break. Traders, enjoy your weekend break. Enjoy your time with friends, loved ones, your neighbors, and even the guy driving by. Just wave to him and say hello. Traders, have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next Asia session for the market opening preview. And it's always put up before the London Open. Take care, traders. Have a great one. Coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Ooh, looks like the sun's coming out. Could be a beautiful day today. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.